Let's press record. Oh, let me get a intro song. Here we
What's
go.
that?
We'll do some Watsky.
What a beautiful, sexy night. What a shame that someone would try to mess this up right now. Look around. I mean, I hear everything you're saying, but to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck, dude! Let me tell you about my GPA, 4.0 straight A's, and I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you about my resume, it's so crazy, it's insane, I don't give a fuck.
So,
my friend, he's so hot, and the
if I try to sing along with the music, it'll be off by like, I think it's like a half a second or so. It's like a little bit behind. What's up, motherfuckers? Oh, hold on, let me officially start it. Where the fuck is that one? Here it is.
So if you're bragging, then you can forget it, and if it thunders and it
fucking here.
and in the morning and it'll hit you the George said.
Welcome to the Inappropriate MMA Show!
It's Friday night.
Welcome.
We got Mr. Alvey joining us later tonight. I've done no show prep for this one, so we're gonna see how good I am off the top of my head.
Don't worry, I got you.
Well, I was gonna, and it just, I'm still fucked up, and I'm on the amoxicillin and all kinds of shit now. But it's like I just crashed out, and then I woke up, and the youngest was like, "Hey, you want to play Little Big Planet through that PlayStation Share Play I was telling you about?" And I was like, "I gotta do some show prep," and I didn't get to do any of the show prep on Sam. I wanted to do is me getting audio together and getting everything ready for this. So it just didn't happen. I haven't eaten. That's why I got fries in the oven. I need to set my timer because I'm gonna burn this fucking place down. That'll be terrible. So yeah, we're fucking live, people. We got big fights tomorrow. Can't fucking wait for that shit. I mean,
Wait a minute. There's fights tomorrow?
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Let me set my timer.
DC!
Let's go 15 minutes. Well, I'll start that in a couple minutes. In 15 minutes.
You know who DC is? Donald Cerrone.
No, but you know what was interesting? Did you hear the CM Punk? Oh, hold on. Let's get the fights in a minute, because I wanted the CM Punk had a Q&A, which was really fucking nuts, too. And he answered his name. No one's ever known what CM stood for. What?
Music.
The music's too loud. I barely have the music up.
It's hard to hear you.
What about... Wow. It's on like 3.
There.
Well, the song's almost over.
Yeah. That's good, whatever that was. Maybe a 1.
No one knew what CM stood for. It was Chicago made. No one ever knew. And apparently, I already forgot his name. Chris Mosley?
No, Charlie Marks.
He was a big fan. Could be him. He was a big fan of Faith No More. And because he was like a big fan of Faith No More, all his friends started calling him by the singer's name, which I think was Charles Mosley, which is where CM came from. It's an interesting little thing that came out at the Q&A. What a fucking weird Q&A that was, man. Everybody was drunk. Except Punk. Punk doesn't drink, but I swear, like they're holding drinks in their hands asking questions. You could just tell they're just fucking gone. Like that one guy, I sent you the text of what that one guy said. Like the one guy said, and this is a direct quote. Okay, let me open this up. This is a direct quote. It was, where was it? Oh, here we go. Obviously, your time in the UFC is never determined. Your time in the UFC, are you going to perform it? Sorry, too much Bud Light. And Punk is just like, yes, I'm going to perform it. Like, what the fuck do you say to that? But yeah, it's an interesting. It was an interesting one. Now let me tell you what I just did before we get into what I stopped us talking about. Horror movies. You watch horror movies?
Sometimes I like them, but I just don't go out of my way to watch them.
Horror movies I've watched like forever, and they don't
put it this way: I'm not scared.
They don't do anything to me. It's just like I think
you don't
in
get
the
scared?
past. No, I don't jump.
Oh.
I don't get startled. It's just I can appreciate it for the story, but I don't have that effect and that reaction that you see everyone else talking about and experiencing. I don't have it.
Mostly girls.
I discovered when I'm elevated
Yeah.
It's a much different viewing experience for me.
You're scared.
Much different viewing experience. I just watched Insidious 2. Like, literally just, like, I finished it like an hour ago. I started it last night, and then I fell asleep, and I went back and wrapped it up tonight. Had all the lights off, and I was elevated. Holy shit, did that mind fuck me. I'm never going to be able to sleep again. That was such a freaky fucking experience, and it was just, the whole thing was just, that's the freakiest horror movie I've ever seen. Like, ever. That was just freaky as shit to watch. So tell me about your daughter and these noises, because that was my lead-in. Because right already you're starting to sound like some shit that I just saw on Insidious, and I think your house is haunted and you should get the fuck out. Like, leave. After the show.
Well, so my daughter said, hey, Dad, I heard something in my room at night, late at night, running in the ceiling. I go, okay, whatever. So I kind of forgot about it. But next time I was in the attic, I kind of go snooping around, no insulation messed up, no droppings. I don't see anything. I'm like, she's hearing things. So Pants and her are on vacation down in Florida. So last night I'm lying in bed, watching some TV.
That's how you stay married, by the way. You just fucking, as far as I'm
separate.
concerned, that's the genius. I wouldn't sleep together. I wouldn't do anything like that.
24 years, baby. 24
I
years.
think that's genius. Genius. All right, carry on.
So I'm laying in bed. I'm lying in bed, and I hear, sounds like one of my cats. I am. Sounds like one of my cats ran through my bedroom into my bathroom, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, my bedroom door's shut. Cats couldn't have got in here.
I was just gonna say, did like the doors creep open and shut, or was there any slamming of doors or anything?
Not a bit. Just, hey, heard a noise. So I'm silent for a little while, and I kind of listen, and I wait, and I pause the TV, and I watch, and I pause. Never hear anything else. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe there is something in the attic. So tonight, I'm putting up a light fixture in my daughter's bedroom, and I hear above my head, she's on the second floor, brrr, brrr. I'm like, holy shit, there's something up there. So I got to assume I got squirrels in my attic. Don't know how they got up there. Can't find any holes in the outside of the house. Don't know where they are. So I'm going to have to... And what I read about them is they have 2 litters of babies like every 6 months up there. And they'll typically go back there because it's a nice, warm, safe place for them. So I don't know what's wrong with the trees, but I got squirrels.
I don't want to do any of that shit because I'm terrified now of anything like that. I'm not even fucking kidding. What the fuck do you want me for? I don't want to go up there with fucking scratches and shit like that. I'm going to get my arms scratched up like the lady did in the closet, and some like shit's going to run out of the closet at me and shit.
Now, I'll give you welding gloves and safety glasses. Other than that, you're on your own.
Fuck that. No.
Will you hold the light for me?
Can I hold it from outside the scary haunted room?
Nope. Got to be down. Got to be in the attic.
I need an extension thingy for that shit.
I will build the ladder to handle your mass.
Yeah, because
it'll be safe.
On a ladder. I'm gonna go on a ladder. Like I would go on a ladder anyway, but like I'm gonna go on a ladder you built. You know, there's video of me somewhere, of me on a ladder at the house cleaning out the gutters.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
A lot of bad words. That was not a comfortable experience at all. It was probably in 2008, and what is that, 7 years ago? So that's how old the kids were. They learned all kinds of words that day, and it was all just funny. Hey, let's get him to go up on the ladder, and come on, go do the leaves, come on.
I think I actually saw that. Were you in the backyard?
Yeah, I don't know where it is. I'd love to see it again.
I did see that video somehow, some way. Probably your guitar instructor taught me that.
No, this was after him.
Oh. You might have showed it. I did see a pretty impressive video of you playing high school football with these super duper extra heavy, super extra large shoulder pads. They were freaking huge.
What are you talking about?
Your high school football team. You posted
video
of y'all doing tackle drills.
I did?
Yeah. Were you number 64?
Yeah. I didn't post anything. What the fuck are you
There's
talking about?
there's a whole. I had to get it through you because none of my friends know you. They don't even like you.
No, fuck all those guys. I seriously, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's
I'm
high school
looking.
pictures in there, and some of your friends commented about your coach.
Oh, someone must have posted something and tagged me in it then, and I just missed it. Hold on, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, that was about maybe Monday or Sunday.
Fuck, I don't know. I don't want to look right now. I don't know that I ever want to look. That could be risky. Yeah, I was only a medium-sized guy for from my team. We had Dorian. He went and played at UCLA. He was an All-American. We had Nate, Krill, and Dwayne. They went and both played at Duke. Dwayne actually held records for running back at Duke for at least a handful of years. And then Nate got drafted. I forgot what ended Nate's career. Nate got drafted by somebody. But yeah, it was an interesting year because there were some, I'm not a small guy, but I was a mid-sized guy compared to some of those guys.
Yeah, in fact, on the video clip, you're the first, probably 2 tackles. These the guys are grabbing the ball, running to the right, and running through a set of tackling dummies on the ground, and you tackled the guy. It was very sloppy, but you tackled him.
I know who I know who posted that. That was Buckeye. I know exactly what you're talking about. I remember seeing that, and I was half asleep. I completely forgot about it till okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. That was. Apparently, there's more. I don't know where it is now, but I know he posted it. I don't know where the fuck it went. Apparently, there's more though. I don't know. Apparently, there's a whole bunch of videos. I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun to look at. I actually didn't even look at the video, but I know what you're talking about. I think I liked it, and I was like, I'll get to it later.
Yeah, that must have been how I got to it.
All right, so what did you say you wanted my help with? When do you want my help?
I need you to carry a small piece of PVC about 2 feet long. I'm going to put a rope through it, and I'm going to put a noose on the end. And I'm going to hold the light while you go up there and you hook it around the squirrel's head in my attic.
That sounds racist.
Oh, hold on a second. What's it called when Steve Irwin, what did he have on the end of his, you grab a gator with it? It's a noose.
He had a
stingray accident, and it had to do with a Chevrolet.
There was a stingray barb at the end of this. That guy was awesome too. I was really bummed out when that happened because he was fucking great. Who doesn't love Steve Austin or Steve Austin? Steve Austin too, but Steve Austin's still alive. Steve Irwin is what I was trying to get out. It just didn't work out 100%. I'm feeling pretty good right now. In case you couldn't tell. So we got Sam coming on. Let's go over a couple things before he comes on, because I was going to try to maybe see if we could get him to play with the fights a little bit. Look, Ike and Charlie Brenneman, Isaac Valley Flag and Charlie Brenneman got cut by the UFC this week. I was kind of bummed about that, because even though they weren't exactly on a winning streak, they're fun fighters. They're always in fun fights.
Huh.
So
I didn't even know they got cut.
Yeah,
how did that not make it out?
They got cut. It did. They both tweeted it on the same day. What was it, Monday, I guess? I think they call it Black Monday. So, yeah, that kind of sucked. Interesting one. Roy Nelson is offered to be Brock Lesnar's welcome back fight.
Ooh.
I just don't think that's going to go well for him.
For who?
For Roy.
No.
Roy's not fast enough to handle Brock. He's just not. I mean, Brock's a fast mother. Think about how fast Brock can swarm on you, and the power he can come down with. And
when he knocked that dude down, and before he made a complete revolution, he was already on top of him. My opinion changed to Brock Lesnar at that moment.
I think that was actually the first Frank Mir fight. Then Frank Mir tapped him out.
It was exactly
Roy
Frank Mir.
could do the same thing. Roy's fucking phenomenal on the ground, but I don't know how much Roy Nelson still trains in BJJ because he's lazy.
Well, you can tell that looking at him.
Well, he doesn't. You know why he knocks people out is because he found out he could knock people out and it's easier.
Yeah.
That's literally
Easier,
why.
faster. Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's literally why. And I think Roy Nelson's best shot. Yeah, he can counter pretty well, and I don't think Brock is stupid. But if Brock wants to take you down, Brock's gonna take him down. There's nothing
Yeah.
Roy Nelson's gonna do to avoid a takedown from him.
But does he want to take down Nelson? I still say you don't forget it. You know, I don't think you get rusty at it. I think he's still going to be good at it.
No, I think that's going to be the first thing he wants to do is take him down. He doesn't. He's gonna. I see Brock Lesnar win, and I'm gonna say when he does come back because all signs are pointing to it. And WWE's already said they fully expect him after his contract is up to go to the UFC. So I'm gonna say
when
he
is
comes
that?
back. His contract, he has WrestleMania, which is the first Sunday in April, and then he has to do one television appearance Monday night on Monday Night Raw, and then his contract is up and he can leave. So I would expect the first part of April, at the latest, an announcement that Brock Lesnar signed to the UFC. I don't see him going to Bellator. There's nothing for him in Bellator. There's no reason for him to go there. So I fully expect him to be in the UFC. And you know, let me ask you a question about Brock too.
Cool tattoo. Yeah.
This is a little bit about wrestling, but it's business. Vince McMahon is not publicly, commercializing whatever, isn't doing any promotion, isn't promoting Brock Lesnar on TV right now because Brock Lesnar isn't signing his contract. Now, Brock Lesnar doesn't do a lot of TV appearances. He's in such a weird world. He doesn't have the same thing, and that's why wrestlers don't like it. He doesn't have to go to all these shows every Monday night and all these shows Tuesday and all this shit that everyone else has to do. He comes to X amount of pay. He's been in like 3 pay-per-views all year. That's it, because he's Brock Lesnar. They're treating him like a UFC fighter would. He doesn't wrestle and defend his championship every month. He defends it, every few months. So because he's not signing his contract, Vince McMahon is not promoting his appearance on TV. How does that hurt Brock Lesnar? I would think that hurts the WWE.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would think, because everybody knows about Brock and they can keep up with him.
Yeah, I mean, there must be something I don't know, because I don't think Vince McMahon is a dumb guy, but I don't get it. That would be like, Brock Lesnar's on. Everyone tell Brock Lesnar's on. Let's see if we can get a couple extra last-minute commercials or some shit from people. I don't know how that shit works, but I would think that would be really good for people to hear. But yeah, so I fully expect him to come back, and I think he's going to resort back to safety at first. And his safety is his wrestling, because that's what he knows. By the way, another great question at CM Punk's Q&A today is, I don't know the name of his little finishing move, but someone asked him if he was going to use his finishing move. And it was just, the questions were so fucking out of left field completely. And it was Donald Cerrone popped up, and apparently he was supposed to give out a little cowboy hat with a bunch of signatures on it. And it was just the whole thing was just like, it was just weird. The whole Q&A. He kept calling John Anik Dave Schaller, because they look a lot alike, but he just kept saying, Dave Schaller, everybody. Like, it was strange a little bit. So let me see here. What was I going to say?
When is Sam Alvey's next fight? You never answered the question.
Oh, he's fighting in February.
Which card is that?
I don't remember. It's I think it's one of the Fox Sports ones. I'll find it. I'll look it up in a bit. Let me see here. There was something that just popped into my head that I wanted to talk to you about, and now I don't remember what it is.
Your fries
Son
are burning.
bitch. No, they're not.
By the way, I had some friends commenting on our podcast.
Oh yeah, how fun was that?
They were laughing at us because we didn't actually know we were live at one point. I said, we were probably drunk or otherwise elevated.
Yeah, or something. Shit,
You
there
know the
was
big
something
guy?
it just happened today. Fuck. There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, how about Jones and Daniel going back and front on their pose stare down?
Well, you know what? Here. And I'm going to save the other two here for a minute. But let's listen to this one. I have some audio because I'm excited about this. Let's listen to this audio, and I'm going to go check my fries while this plays. You'll recognize this. Let me pull it up.
If it starts. The funny part. Oh.
Hey, pussy, are you still there? I'm here. Yeah. I'm here. You're just the fakest person. I actually admire that you can actually be this fake. And like when the TV comes on, how you can just change. It's like you're a chameleon. Hey, listen, it's awesome. I'm a professional. It is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The fact that you're a pussy hasn't changed. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how fake you can really be. Like, you are just such a fucking pussy. My God. It is amazing. It is amazing. But you know what? Hats off to you. You got a great PR person. Because they do a great job with training you. Because you are just terrible. You're the fucking scum of the earth. You are a terrible human being. But you can sure turn it on, huh? Thank you. God, you fuck. I wish they would let me next door so I could spit in your fucking face. You know I would absolutely kill you if you ever did something like that. You could never kill me. Oh, I bet you I could. Then you should try, John. You really should try, John. No, I would literally kill you if you spit in my face. Yeah, let's try that, John. Literally kill you. Let's try that, John. I'm not saying I will fight you. I said I will kill you. John, John, do you think I'm just going to sit there and let you kill me, John?
I haven't heard the long form of this.
Well, there's more apparently because when UFC started playing, I got a couple clips, or I got a clip of their little commercial thing for it. But when they started playing that, there was more. I want to hear the whole thing unedited, like from the part where they were on TV to that part to the part where they were back on TV. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear all of it and hear all of it in context. You know, see this?
Cat's up.
No, do you see the whole though?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is it, I'm going to make you big screen. Why is it that it's 2014 and we still use this piece of shit hole? You know what the best hole ever is? The little butthole sphincter catch-up hole. I just went through one of those. There was not, see, I just opened this and look, there's already a thing of ketchup spilling out. I just opened it. Not one bit of ketchup got out. It was like, do you know what I'm talking about?
You mean the one with no squeezy bottle, this glass bottle?
No, it's a squeezy bottle. The hole's a little bit bigger, but the hole, picture a Trivial Pursuit piece. You know what I'm talking about with the pie pieces?
Nope.
Okay, a circle with a pie. Okay, and pie slices all through it. And the way it works is you squirt it out, and it shoots through the little pie pieces. Psh, and then when you stop pressure, the pie pieces close. I didn't have one piece of ketchup on the top of my thing, that whole bottle.
I thought that's what that one was.
No, this is just an open hole. It sucks. Every ketchup bottle should be the little butthole top. Because that works really fucking well. That's like really, really good. So, let's talk about the fights real quick tomorrow night. Because my plan here is Sam's calling in. We'll see how well that goes because I didn't do as much prep as I wanted to. But I think I'm okay. And I was kind of hoping maybe we could play around and have him break down some fights. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he hates us. Now, you said you did watch the weigh-ins?
I did.
I didn't see the first two. Anything happen on the first two?
No, it was the first two were like the second 7.
Okay.
In fact, they all shook hands. They all, oh, hey, buddy, good luck. It was, very. The girls look good though. The girls look cut.
Well, I know Dufresne missed weight. I saw that on Twitter, and she wasn't going to try to make it. She came in at 138. So she gives up 20% of her fight purse, and that there's always the, because I kind of know who she is. I didn't see her, but I know the name. When people come in overweight,
They
there's
called
always
her
the, are they
Dufresne.
sick? Are they hurt? What's going on with her?
They called her Dufresne, like Andy Dufresne.
Yeah, it I guess I don't know why the languages are stupid. I don't know what to expect from her, but usually if you miss weight, there's typically something going on. Not
She
always,
looked
but
good.
typically. So I'm gonna go Renew, just because Dufresne, whatever the fuck her name is, Alexis missed weight. I'm going with Dufresne. Who you got? This is the first fight on Fight Pass.
Dufresne. I'm going with Dufresne.
How loud was that? That wasn't too loud, was it?
Your microphone's still up.
That wasn't too loud, was it? I had to
Nah.
blow my nose. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Omari Akhmedov and Mets Nielsen. I don't know those guys. I probably should because they both have Wikipedia pages. I don't know. I might need to see their faces. I don't feel like looking them up. So I'm going to go Mets Nielsen because I like his name more.
Well, I think the Russian's going
No.
to beat him.
Wait a minute. Akhmedov is Russian. I'm going to Russian.
Yep.
Akhmedov 1,000%. Now we get to the main card. Okay. Someone retweeted my fuck John Jones tweet.
Ooh.
I think we should get that trending tomorrow night. Evan Dunham and Rodrigo Dam. This could be a fun fight. I'm going Dunham, but I think this could be a decent fight.
I think I'm going with Dunham too.
Sean Jordan, Jared Cannonier.
Cannon?
It's
Is he a guy who
white
fires
and a
cannons?
black guy. And I saw the black guy. He's a big dude.
Wait a minute, is that the heavyweight fight?
Yeah, I don't know Cannonier though. I'm gonna go Sean Jordan.
Yeah, they come in at like 238. Black dude looked more fit than the white dude. The white dude was kind of chunky.
Racist. Next thing you're gonna be talking about their extra muscles.
If that black dude had extra muscles.
Didn't someone get in trouble for that? Who was that?
Yeah, well, it was Jimmy the Greek. He said
Yeah.
that black people were naturally disposed to athletics because of their Achilles heel was better developed than the white man's.
That was an interesting one. I know I was young, but I remember hearing about it and just saying, "Oh, okay, I didn't know that's how it worked." Marcus Brimage and Cody Garbrandt. I don't know who the fuck Cody Garbrandt is. I know
didn't know
who
either
Marcus
one of
Brimage is. I'm gonna go Marcus Brimage. I know Marcus Brimage. He just lost not long ago, but I still got Marcus Brimage. Marcus Brimage was the black guy who came in with the cyborg guy. You look at
Oh. No, hold on. I'm thinking of who's the guy came in? Okay. I mean, I'm looking at their pictures. I don't remember them. All I remember is keep going. I'll tell you the one I remember.
Danny Castillo and Paul Felder. Now, I got Danny Castillo on this one. I don't really know much about Paul Felder, but I think Danny Castillo's Team Alpha Male, and who's he just fought? Let me look him up. Down. He's slowly making a bigger name for himself. Yeah, he lost a split decision to Tony Ferguson, beat Charlie Brenneman, lost to Edson Barboza. He lost to Edson Barboza?
Well, I like
Oh,
Castillo
he lost to
because
Edson Barboza.
Felder had one of these. I think I'm gonna get a tattoo, but I'm scared to get a tattoo. So he got a little baby one on his left pectoral muscle. He's got just above that, yes. And I thought that's not a commitment, son. Yes, I'm not impressed.
He lost to Michael Johnson, who apparently was just lifted off suspension because some domestic issues he had were cleared up. No one knew it. Like, he fought, then he was injured, then he was scheduled to fight, then he was in. Castillo lost to Michael Johnson, but that just Michael Johnson was just up the other day because no one knew he was out on a domestic issue. Everyone thought he was on injury. No one knows how that happened. Like everyone goes in for Anthony Johnson gets in trouble. All these people get in trouble for domestic issues. Somehow Michael Johnson manages to just keep everything on the hush hush. Just
Yeah, I never heard about it
no
at
one knows
all.
about it. It just came out. It just came out 2 days ago, maybe.
I want to pee. You talk about the next fight. Don't get to the Tavares fight yet, though.
Well, I'm saving the next fight.
I mean,
when we get to the main card.
Okay, hold on. Talk amongst yourself. Eat some fries.
I'm eating fries, guys. So, yeah, and if this show seems a little rushed, the reason is I don't want to be awake very late tonight. That's why we started. Usually if we have a guest, I think in the past we've just kind of gone on and the guest has just come on right when we start. But with the sick and me having to be at a wrestling meet all day tomorrow, I want to go to bed early. So that's why, just so you know. I really wish I could remember what I wanted to talk to him about from earlier. And I just cannot. Oh, we can talk about hacking. So Fight Pass was hacked. Never heard anything about it. Anonymous came out and said they released information on Fight Pass and they hacked it. There was no comment. PlayStation and Xbox were hacked. And that turned into a big war between Anonymous and these lizard people. And it was really weird to watch. Then Anonymous started fighting with each other. And I still don't really understand what's happening anymore. I thought Anonymous came in and protected Sony, but
it looks like
then
Sony
I saw
has
another
some
Anonymous
spies.
said, no, it's not us. This Anonymous over here has nothing to do with us. We don't give two shits about them. It was a really weird thing. And then they started fighting. It was a weird thing to watch unravel. But the whole, just watching the lizard people, what is it, Spotted Lizard, I think their name is, and Anonymous go back and forth was really interesting.
It's kind of scary.
They were at war with each other, tweeting about it, about all the things they're doing. And they're like, well, yeah, of course you can do that. No one uses that. We don't even keep up with that anymore. And, then someone else will do something. Oh, look, they're trying to attack us from over here now, and they're posting pictures of where all the traffic's coming from. It was interesting to watch. Because remember when we invaded Afghanistan after 2011?
Was that after Grenada or before Grenada?
What?
When we invaded Grenada.
I would think it was after.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
It was all over Fox News. Like they had like video live of our troops, coming down to helicopters and infiltrating places in Afghanistan to take out the Taliban. And it was really, I remember all of me and my friends had never seen anything like that. And we were just like, wow, are you watching this? This is insane. Like we're watching this operation take place. And, well, this was kind of similar to that, but it wasn't with guns and helicopters and stuff. They're posting things like I'm watching this cyber war take place. It was really interesting. So I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. Why? Hold on. What's going on here? Oh, you just retweeted me. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, I think that was pretty cool. Hey, what did you think of Pineapple Express?
I liked it. Well, I'll say this: I didn't like it as much as the interview, but I thought it was good. Interview was really good.
Interview, right?
Yeah, I really liked it.
I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it. Wait until you're gonna have to watch This Is the End.
Oh, I can't wait. I was hoping to watch it today, but I was busy.
That was I gotta get it to you. That was because you know what that's about, right? Does it make more sense what I was telling you?
Huh?
Where it's all the actors playing themselves.
So well, I didn't know who the
even more
guy.
fun.
The funniest part in that movie was the guy who they shot him, and he was still alive. Danny McBride. I have heard Danny McBride's name for years and never knew who he was. Where is he from? He is so funny.
He popped up on people's radar. He did a movie, I don't know, 8 years ago, maybe 9 years ago, called The Foot Fist Way. And it actually took place, he's from North Carolina. It took place in like Asheville. And he played a Taekwondo school owner.
Oh
And
my gosh.
he was basically that character as a Taekwondo school owner. It was funny. That was kind of what put him on the map a little bit.
Statesboro, Georgia, but he went to UNC.
Yeah, I know he has some kind of ties here. So yeah, that put him on the map, and then he just, he's funny. I guess he knows the right people. He did a couple things with Will Ferrell. I think he was in like Land of the Lost. You want to see a good one? His HBO show was really good.
It's not Eastbound and Down, is it?
Yeah, he's Kenny
Oh,
Powers.
wait a minute.
Do you watch that?
heard
I didn't
him.
know you watched that.
No, I heard him on Opie and Anthony one day talking about his show, and I did not know who this was. I'm
Yeah,
looking at
that's
him on IMDb now.
It's a pretty good show.
It's so funny. I like how they can get so serious. Like, okay, we can be BFFs forever now.
Yeah, it's BFFFFFFF. Yeah, it's. I like them. But yeah, watch Eastbound and Down. You still have my HBO Go. That's a pretty solid show. He's
Wait a minute.
funny as shit in it.
Who's the guy who was a baseball player who came back home and was a prostitute? What's that show called, HBO?
He was a baseball player.
And he come back home, and he was coaching baseball, and he became a male prostitute in a small town.
Oh,
And he was living in a
that's
tent.
That's off the air. I think that was Showtime. That was Hung.
Yes.
Yeah, with the Punisher.
For some reason, I get those two mixed up. By the way, guess what's coming on next month?
Next month. Joey comes on next
Justified.
month.
Justified.
So does Shameless. So does the Episodes.
Episodes.
Yeah, Episodes comes back. I saw a commercial for that the other day.
I like that.
Justified, that starts first part of February. Oh, and you know what else starts soon? Better Call Saul.
Oh, yeah, because I spent 12 hours of my life last week watching past episodes of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of that. I've done some of the Breaking Bad marathons before. I watched some of the Wire marathon on HBO. And then yesterday, I probably lost quite a few hours on the couch kind of sleeping and watching the Shameless marathon.
I've never seen those.
Shameless. Oh, fuck. Shameless is such a good fucking show.
What's it about?
Shameless is great. It's, okay, first of all, you know who William H. Macy is?
Yes.
Okay. He's the patriarch of the family. Complete and utter alcoholic. So far beyond alcoholic.
Ho. Is this an innuendo? Are you talking about me?
That's like they used to do with Jackie the Joke Man on Howard Stern. You remember that? His wife used to leave out like how to live with alcoholic handbooks around the house. Like it's true. People would go over to the house and there would be how to live with an alcoholic on the coffee table. No, it's a dysfunctional family to the extreme. They live in the city, and it's fucking funny as shit. It's one of my favorite shows, and it comes back for season 5, I think in a few weeks, and I can't wait. Oh, they're doing the weigh-ins again. There's one of the chicks. I can't wait for Shameless to start again, because that's just gonna it's a great fucking show. And then you know what else? Game of Thrones is back, I think, in March, too.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
There's a lot of shit coming up here.
Oh, wait a minute.
What? Huh.
I thought we were going to do the main card.
No, I don't know where Sam is, but I was going to wait until Sam's on. Do the main card with him. I thought it'd be fun. And if he says, fuck off, I don't want to, then we'll just do it when we're done with him.
My son said he thought that I was Josh Bergman.
Yeah.
He's like, that looks like somebody's dad. I'm like, thank you.
That's kind of
But
funny.
Hector Lombard looked cut. He looked
So
scary.
let me talk about one thing real quick in passing, just because people take things too seriously, and then I'm going to get into something else, maybe, unless Sam comes in. So, an old friend of mine from high school, okay, he posts a story up in the D.C. area. There's someone going around taking pictures of women on metro trains and posting them to
Upskirts?
porn sites. Yeah, and posting them up to porn sites. So the police were warning the public and news stories were putting it out there. So he shares just this story on his Facebook. Now, you know me. Of course, I think shit like that's terrible. But what do I have to say? I say that's illegal with a question mark.
Oh, oh boy.
And he says, "Yes, sir." And I was like, "Oh, maybe he didn't get I was kidding." I was like, I was kidding. I was just kind of joking." He goes, "Yeah, I know." I was like, "Okay, good." And then he said, "Oh," and then he posts, he said, "It's not me, by the way." Then some other chick pops up, one of his friends, and says, "Where can I see the video?" So that goes to there. And he says something to her. I don't know where it is. Then an old high school friend. Now, this is and this is a little bit funny. Of both of ours, she's not friends with me on Facebook, but she's friends with Hims. She pipes
With
in.
who? With him?
She's friend. Yeah, with him. She pipes
said
in and
Hims.
says, "This is very disturbing. Your comments are even more disturbing. Thank you for letting me know where you stand. Please take a moment to think about how sick and wrong this is and how it completely invades privacy, not to mention it is perpetuating the fight against women." Okay.
How'd she get all that?
I don't know. The backstory here, I had a thing for her in like the 7th grade, but she wouldn't do it. I think, no, maybe it was in the 9th grade. She wouldn't date me. Whatever it was, I couldn't get anywhere with her. She's lesbian. Okay. So I blame that, because all chicks, look at me, all chicks are into me. If
Well,
you're
yeah,
not
of
into
course.
me, obviously, you're just not
I'm even
into
into you.
guys. Yeah, I mean, it's just, look at this face.
You can't help it, right?
So here's what I said. Okay, and she hasn't responded. But here's what I said, okay? "Oh, come on, blank." I'm not going to say her name. "I'm pretty sure everybody knows this guy is a creep. I don't think so-and-so supports taking vids of people without their knowledge, nor do I, and I would imagine the other girl who said, where can I see the videos, does either. That said, you got to be able to laugh at things. I know how terrible it is. I'm also not in a fight against women. For what it's worth..." Oh, no, hold on. I skipped that. "I'm also not in a fight against women any more than I am against men, whites, blacks, gays, or straights. For what it's worth, I don't think so-and-so said anything outside of defining his innocence in this thread," because he said it wasn't him. "I don't think he posted it because it was a funny story. You want to get mad at somebody, get mad at me. That's fine." But I said, "Take a deep breath and look at the bigger picture. As gross as this may be, I'm not going to get bent out of shape over some privacy pictures. They'll be caught and handled, and I'll reserve my anger towards stupid cops killing citizens, stupid citizens killing cops, terrorists killing children for no reason, and the sick parents who kill their babies," which just came out of nowhere. Like, I hadn't heard anything about that, just kind of came out of nowhere. I'm pretty good with making a little joke about something like this being illegal when of course I know it is. If you're not, I'm sorry. Now, 30 minutes later, I see a story, and I posted it, and she hasn't said anything back to me. I see a story: "Mom indicted after 3 dead babies found in her filthy house."
Oh.
There was like another kid there, or no, 2 other kids who are like covered in excrement and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it was just like perfect timing. Like, that's the kind of stuff that is gonna offend me. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like fuck around about and be like, "Oh, look at the dead babies," or anything like that. Okay? That's the kind of stuff I'm going to save my shit for. Now, that was also a segue into a fighter. Do you know who the Black Beast is?
I don't know, but I don't know if I like where this is going.
The Black Beast is a heavyweight fighter in the UFC. Okay? I can't think of his real name right now. Look it up real quick. Look up the Black Beast UFC. Although I might... Is this it? No, hold on. That's not it. I'm looking for a screen cap of something. Here we go. Oh, it just says the Black Beast. I can't think of his name. Derek, is it Derek Lewis?
Yeah, Derek Lewis.
Yeah, okay. Look, the first time I saw him in the UFC was earlier this year, and he was a fucking monster. And I followed him immediately. And then I think he fought one other time, and he fucked the guy up. Then he fought Matt Mitrione, and he got fucked up. Like, he was knocked out. Boom. Matt Mitrione just fucked him up, okay? But I still like the guy. He's a fun fighter to watch. So here's a tweet that he sent on the 21st of December. Now, it's since been deleted. But I figure no one really listens to this show, so it doesn't really matter. They've already declared war. They just didn't expect the enemy to shoot back. What would happen if the people in caps declared war? Now, of course, this was in relation to the cops being shot, which I was at a tournament all day, so I didn't even know about it until like later that night. But that was in relation to the cops being shot. So I called them on bullshit. I was like, bullshit. The cops weren't doing anything. This isn't this cop's being a dick to you and you shot him because you thought he was going to do something bad to you. This was, these cops are hanging out over here. This guy shot him. And on top of that, didn't he like kill his girlfriend or try to kill his girlfriend too?
Yes, he tried to kill her.
Yeah, this guy's just an asshole. that was this guy's problem. This guy was a maniac asshole. I don't think this had anything to do with cops or anything else. He's just, and I know about his little Instagram post or whatever, but I think he was just crazy. He was just a nut, and that's why that happened. So yeah, I didn't think that was a cool tweet, and I guess maybe Matt Hughes' I'm sure he's got interns who like study the UFC fighters' Twitters. I'm sure he was called attention to it and had him pull it down, which was smart. But yeah, I mean, come on. Like, really? Is that a really cool tweet?
That's very strange.
Cool
no.
Yeah, I don't
not
think
at all.
it's a cool tweet at all. So, let me see. I've never heard from him. I still haven't heard from Mr. Alvey. I sent him the text. Fuck, it didn't send. Oh, fuck me.
Oh, that's nice. He's probably sitting there waiting around.
Damn it. Oh, jeez. I thought this sent an hour ago. Where's the exclamation mark?
Get the F.
I'm so sorry. Oh, fuck, that sucks. I thought I sent that. Damn it, son of a whore. All right, well, we'll see how that goes. Maybe he's cool and he's just like, no problem. I thought I sent that. Fuck it.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay.
I think my son's leaving. No, I think my son's leaving.
That probably isn't smart if he's got flu-like symptoms. That's not what I would advise doing. Let me see here. What kind of shit can we look at? I don't really want to talk about. There's nothing to talk about wrestling right now, anyway. Here, you know what? We can listen to another video clip. Let me pull up another John Jones, Daniel Cormier video clippo. Let's see here. I'll save that one for when Diver's here. Let's play this one because I bet Diver hasn't heard or seen their fights from earlier today. I think there was another one. I'll see if I can play that one too. There was another fight that happened at the fighters meetings after weigh-ins.
First of all, I'd like to give an apology to the MGM Grand and all the fans, all the kids who saw that.
So fake.
Definitely not proud of what happened today. I've actually never had a fighter put his hands on me.
This voice that John Jones is talking in, you guys should have heard him 2 minutes ago. I mean, what in the world is this?
I whooped your ass just now.
No, you didn't.
I whooped
That's
your
how,
ass.
That goes to show your level of education that you count that as a fight.
I whooped your
Well, I'm
ass.
glad you won this one because you're not winning the next time I get my hands
I
on you.
whooped your ass just now.
The first time him and I ever interacted, he looked down on me and started to make derogatory comments.
I said, hey, what's up, man? I hear
Racist.
you're wrestling. And I was like, you know what? I bet you I could take you down. And ever since then, he's had this personal vendetta against me.
There's a guy on my mind. I'm going to be the champion eventually.
The more you weigh John Jones, the worse it's going to get because I'm going to continue to get better.
John Jones, no matter where you go, boy, I'm coming.
I want a dogfight. If you can bring a dogfight to me, please do it.
There's nothing you can do to stop me, Daniel Cormier. Expect very malicious, violent things that happen.
I have been waiting for the man that is my equal for so long. Please be that guy, John Jones.
He's a liar. He's a whole bunch of things that he should not be proud of being.
Thank you guys so much for having us. Hey, are you still there?
I actually admire that you can actually be this fake and like when the TV comes on, how you can just change.
Thank you.
You're the scum of the earth. You are a terrible human being, but you can sure turn it on.
This is still going live.
When you say live, like who can hear it?
Going up to the bird. It's out in the air.
Oh, so people can use this.
John, can you hear that, John?
That needs to be trending tomorrow night. I need to get that trending somehow. It's mandatory, or at least by tomorrow night. Yeah, I need to tweet that. Let me tweet that now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight. I really think this is going to be a fun one. We need to get fuck John trending by tomorrow night. Who would tweet that? Elena Danielle would. Who else hates John Jones?
Everybody.
MMA enthusiast might. Let's see, who else? MMA podcast. He got fucked over by him. He was a dick to MMA podcast. Who else?
Now, for the record, he was never a dick to us, though, right?
No, but he's a dick. You know what? What he said about CM Punk was really my last straw. Like, that was just a dick thing to say.
Yeah.
I guess we didn't talk about this on the show. We talked about it the other night when we were Skyping on our Skype date.
By the way, Pants was impressed with that.
Was she?
Yeah.
Look, so John Jones said he hopes CM Punk gets a legitimate fight for his first fight so he can watch him get knocked out. That is just a dick thing to say. And it just is. Like, if you were a fighter who wasn't in the UFC yet, I could understand it. Doesn't mean it's not a dick thing to say, but I understand it. There's jealousy that can get in there. This guy's in the UFC, he's never fought before, and I've been busting my ass on these local circuits trying to make it in, and this is what happens? I get that, okay? John Jones is a champion of a division that CM Punk will never compete in. There's no reason to say something like that. It's just an ass. So of course CM Punk is on Team Cormier, he said today. Which I don't blame him.
No.
But and I guess I don't know if we cover this or not, but CM Punk is officially going to train with Duke Rufus at Rufus Sports with the Pettis brothers.
Duke Nukem?
Duke Rufus. That's also where that fighter that died was involved with him too. We never did talk about that, did we?
No.
Do you remember it? You remember how wobbly that motherfucker was?
Vaguely.
He was wobbly as shit for like the whole fight, and the ref still didn't stop it. And the doctor, remember the doctor? There's like texting on his phone when this guy's like, fucking like on rubber legs, and the doctor who should have been getting involved and saying, hey, maybe I should check this guy out, is sitting there texting his girlfriend or whatever the fuck he was doing.
He was probably checking his Twitter feed to see if anybody saw him.
Yeah, he was tweeting. That was a, and I don't remember it enough now, but that was a really fucked up thing. What are you doing?
Someone tried to burn some of this cheese with a
got an open pop-up window that I didn't want.
Are you watching porn?
Maybe. What? No. What? I've never even heard of that.
Who else would get fuck John trending? Daniel Cormier. I'll add Daniel Cormier. DC
well, he probably
MMA.
What about WTS?
I don't think he likes me. Although we almost played Grand Theft Auto today.
Ah.
Aunt Jimmy show. I don't know who else doesn't like John Jones. I'm going to go with those right now. I'm probably missing people. I know there's a lot of people who don't like him. But I think fuck John should be trending by tomorrow night. 1,000%. I also think it would be cool in the WWE for John Cena. You know, you've heard of John Cena.
Yeah.
There's a chant that goes on, and it'll go, "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks. Let's go Cena, Cena sucks." I'd love to hear that for John Jones. Let's go John Jones, John Jones sucks, just to hear who's louder.
Well, I couldn't hear who was booing, who was yelling for who today. When Jones came out.
It was a little mixed. I'll say this. Jones looked very calm. Much more calm than I expected. Daniel Cormier, did you see him pacing back and forth and shit?
Yeah, Daniel Cormier looked cut too. I mean, as cut as I've ever seen him, looking fit.
Well, yeah, he could still probably get to 185. But he looked. It's like when you go from 270 to 200. Like Roy Nelson when he lost like 20 pounds. Like, wow, Roy Nelson looks like he's heading down to 205. That was like 2 years ago. Clearly, he's not heading down to 205. That's clearly not going to happen. So yeah, it's. I'm wondering if I fucked up things with Sam Alvey, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I wouldn't mind hearing that kind of reaction. I remembered what I wanted to talk to you about earlier. Remember when I couldn't remember it? Did you watch the embedded things I was telling you about with Cerrone?
No, I did not. I know you told me about them, but I did not.
Wow, you should watch those tonight before you go to sleep. Because I know what time do you got to leave tomorrow for the game? He's going to the game to go curse the Panthers, although I don't think it matters. And I think it's funny that the Panthers, who have a losing record,
don't say it.
Advantage. Home field advantage. And they're
okay,
like
here's
7-8 or 6-8 or what are they?
So they're 7-8, 7-8. So let's say you're the owners or the coach of the Panthers. And you played your whole season. They said, "Hey, by the way, you won, and you're going through." Do you go to them and go, "No, we don't have a winning record. We're not going"?
No, I don't think they should opt out of it. I'm saying it should be like a law. And I mean in everything, not just NFL, just every sports league for kids too. If you have a losing record, you can't play for the championship. If every team in the league has a losing record, then no one's a champion.
That's not even right. You got to have a champion.
No, not if they all have losing records.
Because somebody played better than the rest of them the whole year. Doesn't matter what the record is. That's very irrelevant.
That just means you're the best of the worst.
That's very irrelevant because they could have played a tougher division than the rest of them.
But it doesn't.
It was a more evenly matched division than the rest of them. When you got these teams that went 7-10 or 4-10.
Well, those guys should be like tested extra for testosterone.
And then I would bump them out.
Yeah, they would all like that. Imagine if they did that. Do they do any kind of testing for their guys? I don't think they do they?
In the NFL?
Yeah.
I think I don't know.
There should be a movie about that. Remember the movie they made with Keanu Reeves where all the professional football players went on strike and then they had to go get like Keanu Reeves and who's the guy from who directed Iron Man and stuff like that. He was in Chef. I like him a lot. He's great. They had
Guy Fieri,
Jon Favreau. Remember Jon Favreau was a crazy linebacker? He was funny as shit in that movie. They could do that movie now. What has it been, like 15 years or something like that? They could do it now, but instead of it having a strike, they could make it like a drug testing thing. The NFL starts drug testing, and every player in the league is like banned except for like 4, because everyone would get popped. There's no chance that everyone wouldn't get popped. So what I was trying to remember earlier, Donald Cerrone. Watch those embedded videos. So he's got a deal with Dana White. And I watched an interview with him and Ariel today. And basically, he's not allowed to do things that are going to put his body at risk during fight week.
Who?
Donald Cerrone. That's an agreement that him and Dana White made. Okay?
You mean like no riding motorcycles?
No wakeboarding on the day of weigh-ins like he does and stuff like that. So, on these embedded videos, these are the 2 things he did. Okay, episode 2 was he went to a fight pilot training center, and he's
A fight pilot?
Yeah, he's flying through the air with the guy. I don't know who's controlling it and who's not, because I thought the other guy was controlling it off of embedded, but on the interview with Ariel, it sounded like he was controlling it. He's like doing spins and going and all this crazy shit. He went to like 5, whatever 5 was.
5
I don't
Gs?
know. Yeah, okay, yeah, he went to 5 Gs, and he said it felt like my body was being ripped apart. And apparently at some point he was doing like spins like X amount of meters, like really close to the ground, like really low to the ground. So that was on embedded too. Now embedded pretty much takes place all during fight week. That's what it is. It's behind the scenes the week of the fight. In episode 3, what did he go to in episode 3? He went to, what was it? Did I text you what it was?
You did not?
I didn't?
No.
No, you know what? I think I just texted you, wait until you see episode 3. He went, fuck, I can't remember what he did. He went on some other crazy shit in episode 3. I can pull it up on YouTube real quick. He went on some other crazy shit on episode 3. Well, in the interview with Ariel, he was talking about the agreement he made with Dana about how not putting his body at risk. And he quantified it by saying, well, I mean, if you crash in a fighter pilot that's going X amount of miles an hour, and you're not putting your body at risk, you're just going to be dead.
Yeah, that's right. It's not like he's going to pull a groin.
It. Yeah, that was his quantifying of it, and it was like, holy shit, you're not. And yeah, Ariel was like, do you think about stuff like that? Like, he's like, no, I don't think about that. And I 1,000% don't think he does think about it.
No.
I really think he doesn't think about if he's going to die or not. I don't think he cares. I think he is one of those guys, and they exist, who just want to go do shit, and if they die, that's just part of the risk that you have to take. You know, maybe we're all going to die someday type of thing. Here it is. Let's see. Oh, he went drift driving. That's what he did on day 3.
That's not that dangerous.
I don't know, man. They're driving around really, really fast on a racetrack trying to drift. It didn't look like it when he pulled away. It wasn't an empty racetrack. There are other people driving around. So how good are those people when you're Donald Cerrone out there? So I'm just sitting here thinking, what kind of shit does Dana White have to like go through before he even watches these? Like, does he have to like take a shit and drink like a sedative or some shit to stay calm when he's watching the shit that Cerrone does?
He's got to have a Xanax before he takes it. And they go, Dana, we're going to show you some Cerrone. He got, hold up.
He's in a Ferrari right now.
Who is?
Cerrone. He's that was, what was the? Let me see if I can get the name of this business. He's driving in a Ferrari right now, doing drifting. Let me see here. What's the name of this company? Dream Racing is where he is. He's at Dream Racing in Las Vegas, Nevada. So it's just like he always has to do this crazy shit. All right, I'm thinking I might have fucked up with Sam Alvey, which really sucks. I'll try to fix it and like get him back on next week maybe, because I really look. I'll say this, and I wanted to tell him this. I was going to save this for when I talk to him. The thing with that is, I watched that season with the kids, and they all know who Sam Alvey is. Like the girl, there's 2 fighters the girl knows. She might be able to see fighters and recognize them, but she knows Chael Sonnen and she knows Sam Alvey. That's it. Those are she can look at she could see those 2 anywhere and be like, oh, that's Sam Alvey. Because that was like her favorite fighter on The Ultimate Fighter that season. So I want to get him back on. I was looking forward to it, and I'm kind of pissed off that I fucked it all up. So we'll try to do that next week maybe. Right now, let's get on and let's finish up 182. All right?
The old guy.
The old guy.
What?
The old guy?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Hold up.
The old guy?
Josh Berkman.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to that fight. Just relax, Mr.
You
Sir.
just said Let's go on to the main card.
Well, yeah, I didn't know who you were talking about until you said that, though.
So when you said let's get to the main card, I went to the main card.
Hector Lombard and Josh Berkman. Josh Berkman's back in the UFC. Where did he go? Didn't he go to World Series of Fighting? Yeah, he went to World Series of Fighting for a while. Was he the champion? He was the champion. Look at that. He was the World Series of Fighting champion. No, he lost. He was not the World Series of Fighting champion. He lost to Steve Carl.
Hector?
No. Josh Berkman. This is his first fight back in the UFC in years. Let me see. When's his last fight? 2008. So it's been October 25th, 2008. Holy shit, that was like 6 years ago. Can you imagine 2008 was 7 years ago? Doesn't seem like it's been 7 years. Holy shit.
No.
It's 2015. Yeah, I don't know.
You sound like you're Irish.
It's 2015. Holy fuck. Look, man, Josh Berkman is a good fighter. I said I don't know what that means. Berkman's a good fighter. I'm ignoring. I don't know what you're doing. I'm ignoring it. Berkman's a good fighter, man. But I tell you what, Hector Lombard, fuck, man. Hector Lombard is just a fucking. When he shows up, he's fucking on fire. Oh, why don't you just say, look at the beer I'm holding? And then you could, like, participate in the conversation. Oh, my gosh. All right. So I'm going Hector Lombard on that.
What are you talking about?
I don't think Josh Berkman has what it takes to pull that one off.
You mean somebody's dad?
Somebody's dad?
Yeah, that's what my son said. Josh Berkman looked like somebody's dad fighting.
Oh, yeah, you said that earlier. I don't think he really looks that much like you, but he is bald.
He's old.
He's not. He's like mid-30s.
I know, but he looks older.
He's a fighter.
Virginia Mortgage?
I think Hector Lombard's got that one.
He's from Virginia, and you're pulling against your native Virginian.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win. I don't think he's going to win.
I'm pulling for show Ether.
Yeah, it's not that I'm pulling. I think Hector Lombard has this. I just don't think Josh Berkman, and Hector Lombard's shown up shitty a couple times. I don't think he is right now. I think he's on a nice little. He's found a little groove, and I think he's carving it out. So I got Lombard, and you got Lombard. So that one's easy.
Yeah.
Kyoji Horiguchi and Luis Godinot. I know Godinot. I don't know Horiguchi.
He's Korean. He'll win.
Though. Yeah, I'm going Horiguchi, though, because he's Oriental. I don't know if he's Korean or not. Remember, they're just
probably
the same
Japanese.
as us, though. They're exactly the same. Same, but different.
Same. Same outside, different inside.
Yeah, I'm going Horiguchi. Brad Tavares and Nate Marquardt. I'm a little torn on this one. Nate Marquardt looked good on his last fight. I actually thought he got cut, and then I went and looked because I was like, Nate Marquardt still in the UFC? And when I saw his last fight was that armbar, I remember that fight. He looked really good. That was a hell of an armbar. I'm gonna go. I'm kind of tired of Nate Marquardt, but I'm gonna go Nate Marquardt. I think he's gonna pull this one off. I don't think Tavares is gonna stop him.
My official statement.
You have a statement? Uh-oh.
I prefer.
Notarized?
Not yet.
Penis.
If there's a notary on here, can you please notarize my next statement and send it to me? Tweet it to me.
Yeah,
Nate Marquardt.
I'm looking. Tavares is on a 2-fight skid. He lost to Yoel Romero and Tim Boetsch.
Ooh.
Which just, that even puts me right back up with Nate Marquardt. I think is going to pull this one off.
Well, I like Marquardt, and I hope he wins. But I really think Brad Tavares is going to win. Well, you know why? He's Hispanic.
That's racist.
Yep. That's
why.
You
already picked Hector Lombard. Are you going to pick? You picked Danny Castillo.
Yeah.
Who else did you pick? Are you picking all like Mexicans tonight?
Well,
is Bong Boy listening? Are you trying to impress Bong Boy?
He's how do we make him mad before? We didn't call him Puerto Rican. We called him. What was it?
I just call him Mexican.
See?
Yeah, I just call him Mexican. So you're going Brad Tavares? All right. I really didn't know I didn't think about him being Mexican or not, but okay. Cerrone and Jury, look, this is a good fight, but Jury's not going to stop Cerrone. I just don't see it happening. But it'll be a fun fight. It's not going to be, I just don't. Look, isn't Jury undefeated? Let me see. Let me look at that.
15-0.
Who's he fought? He beat Gomi. Gomi's a big one. That's right. He beat Sanchez. I remember that shit. He beat Ricci. Yeah, I mean, the thing of it is, he's got a couple good names under his belt, but he just doesn't have the experience that Cerrone has, and I just don't see. I don't see Cerrone losing. If this were 3 or 4 years later, maybe, because I have a feeling at that point Cerrone's going to start getting kind of old.
Yeah.
But Cerrone's still fucking young. He's just falling.
Dale, let me make a note of the weigh-ins. You saw the weigh-ins, right?
Yeah.
Did you notice everybody had, 7 to 10 sponsors, 3 or 4 on the front, 1 on their shirt, 1 on their back, just tons and tons. Did you notice what Cerrone was wearing?
No, what?
Black T-shirt, Budweiser.
Oh, well, yeah. he's a big Budweiser guy. Yeah,
one sponsor, probably it was more than the other guys were getting for their 12 patches and stitch work.
Well, he's getting it in while he can before the Reebok deal starts and sponsors start creeping up. Because I don't think he can wear Budweiser to the cage. He can just wear it to the weigh-ins.
Well, wait a minute. Budweiser, Bud Light, same thing. Yeah, but it's not for the unit.
No. I don't know.
They're probably,
I guess we'll see.
That.
We'll know tomorrow.
It would be funny.
Huh?
If we ended the podcast now and did not pick the Jones Cormier.
Oh no! I'm
later.
it.
See ya. I'll see you later. Have a nice
I got
night.
a pick. What was I gonna say? Watch when you watch that Embedded. There's 4 of them now. Watch that before you go to sleep. They're good. One of them included the stare downs from Media Day, and they get face to face and they're talking. Well, the Cerrone one with Miles Jury, they're face to face, and Cerrone just looks at him and is like, "You ready?" The guy's like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, let's do this." Like Cerrone just doesn't give a fuck. He's just like,
wait
whatever.
a minute. Now you've got me interested because I thought it was just interviews. I didn't know it was actually like them doing things.
There's no interviews. Yeah, there's no interviews. It's all behind the scenes stuff of what happens on Fight Week. In my opinion, it's the best. They've been doing it for months and months. I've told you about it before. It's the best production that UFC has done for fights like this, in my opinion. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's just fun. It's just all it is just behind the scenes. They've shown the fighters. They'll show stuff with Dana White behind the scenes on Fight Week. They'll show stuff of them making production for the fights and stuff. It's all. I think it's great. I love it. Now, before we get to the last one, before we get to the last pick, you saw the weigh-ins. Okay. Now they had an altercation. They at their stare down on Media Day, John Jones and Cormier had to be separated. And that's actually, you can see that on the Embedded 4, the one that just came out today. You can hear him talking shit at the Media Day face-offs. So then they go to weigh-ins today. And, well, no, hold on. I got to pull that one up. After the Media Day stare-downs last night, there were more fights. Okay? And here's audio of the fights that happened after the Media Day. Okay? This is in the hotel while John Jones and Daniel Cormier are walking in the same hallway, like passing each other.
Yeah.
This is the interaction. There's 30 seconds of clips. This is the interaction of them doing that, okay? This is good stuff with them, man.
You suck, bro. I suck, bro. You just start talking
John Jones is saying he sucks. Cormier sucks.
Hey, show me I suck. You suck. You prove that I suck. Jones protecting you. Jones protecting you.
Now, at this point, this is another. These are from who posted these? Tyson Fury, I think, posted these on his Instagram. This second part of it is John Jones's manager, Malky Kawa, and Daniel Cormier's, I think, boxing coach were fighting back and forth. So that's the second part of the video. So now the camps are getting involved. So yeah, that's his boxing coach yelling at Kawa. Now that's John Jones coming up. Why are you coming up to my manager? Okay? There's rules in combat sports, and we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, here we go. Let me restart it. Or let me restart the
manager. Why are you coming here, coach?
So John Jones is approaching the boxing coach. Yo, why are you coming at my manager? And then that's like an unwritten rule. A fighter doesn't go after a coach. That's just
right.
You don't do it. There's no interaction between, and there's not supposed to be between fighters and coaches. Fighters don't go after coaches. Coaches don't go after fighters. It's a rule.
Fighter to fighter, right?
That's one of the reasons Chael was so pissed off with Vanderlei's coach. That little weasel came up and started sucker punching Chael at the Tough Brawl. So, if a manager and a coach get into it, that's different. Though I think that's a little bit silly too. But Kawa can hold his own. He's not he trains. He's not just some little manager, skinny little guy who doesn't really know anything. But so they got into it yesterday. Then today, let me pull this one before we get into it. After the weigh-ins, Dana White. Let me move this so I can find it on his Instagram. If I gotta find it, Dana White Instagram. John Jones and Daniel Cormier got into it after the weigh-ins at the fighter meeting, and that's the fighters allowed to interact with the fighters. Once the fighter meeting's over, or once the fighter meeting's done, he doesn't really see them again. Those are their instructions. Those are their do this, do this. The refs will talk to him the next night, the commission. But as far as him as a promoter goes, he's done. So this is at least the audio from their altercation after weigh-ins today. Play.
Why did you hide your fat? Hydrate and shut your mouth.
Why don't you shut the fuck up, bitch?
Bro, you sound delusional. Eat some food, bro. Your mind's not right. Eat some food.
I'm really hoping that the embedded tomorrow, because there should be one more embedded. I'm really hoping the embedded tomorrow includes that whole exchange. That's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, it's been, and that explains, just so you know, I think Dana White had a real big talking to him before the weigh-ins. I think that helps explain why at the weigh-ins Daniel Cormier just turned his back and they didn't even face each other. They didn't even look at each other, I don't think. I think it was just immediately turn and look the other way.
Yeah.
I think Dana had a really big talk with him, and I'm sure the commission, he probably let the commission know, because they've had a history before, with their bra. The commission will fucking take their salary, no problem. Which, by the way, John Jones came out earlier this week. Remember at that hearing when John Jones said that brawl cost him his Nike deal?
Yes.
It didn't me and a lot of other people. It wasn't something that was shocking. We all came out and said, well, no, you lost your Nike deal because the Nike and the UFC couldn't come to terms. So why would they pay you when they can't be in the octagon? Well, earlier this week, he finally came out and he's like, yeah, I kind of owe Nike an apology because it's not really the reason I lost the Nike deal. So he lied under oath to the commission. What's going to happen there?
I can't imagine him pulling him.
They won't pull him, but are they going to fine him? Are they going to address it? He was under oath, man. This isn't like a little... he specifically said to, and he was trying to avoid getting a fine, and I think he got community service. Didn't they both get community service and like $1,000 fine?
Yeah,
maybe Cormier got 1,000 and John Jones got 10,000 or something like that. It was a different amount, and I think they both got community service. But either way, he was using that angle to, he was trying to say, well, I just lost $1 million because of this from Nike. Do you guys really need? Because he was looking at like what, $200,000 fine or something like that. It was a pretty hefty fine. So I'm wondering if they're going to do anything about that. So who you got? John Jones and Daniel Cormier.
You know what? I want Cormier to win so bad. I'm going to say Cormier. He can beat him. He's undefeated.
I want Cormier to win. Okay,
He's undefeated.
I want him to win. Oh, well, so's John Jones. Unless you count the elbow, Matt Hamill knocking out John Jones with the elbow, with his forehead.
Wait a minute, is that a loss?
Yeah, that's officially a loss.
Then that's not undefeated.
It's a DQ. He's essentially undefeated, and really, Matt Hamill was such a piece of shit for that. It was an illegal elbow. Look, it was an illegal elbow, but Matt Hamill milked that for all it was worth because he was getting his ass beat. He was getting his ass handed to him, and he got that little elbow, and the ref stopped it, and he was like, "Oh, I can't go on anymore. I can't see. Oh, my head. Oh, I can't do it. Yeah, my ass. You got your ass beat, and you just wanted an out, is what you wanted."
I would have done the same thing.
Look, here's the thing. I want Daniel Cormier to win. Okay, because I like Daniel Cormier, and I don't I'm disliking John Jones more and more. He's a phenomenal fighter, but he's just really annoying as shit.
Every tweet.
I think that Daniel Cormier has his hands full. Can he win? Yes, but he has to get close and stay tight. He cannot give John Jones his distance. He's got, there was a picture that went out today of John Jones and then Daniel Cormier wearing Bruce Lee's little yellow uniform, like it's the Bruce Lee and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah. John Jones, if he's able to get his distance, Cormier's in trouble. Cormier needs to stay tight. He needs to get his takedown in, and he needs to smother him. I don't know that John Jones can handle Cormier's wrestling. It's on a different level from John Jones. It just is.
Well, he's probably got a 7-inch reach advantage, so that's got to help.
It is, and that's why Cormier has to stay close. He's got to close that gap. He's got to pressure John enough to keep John tighter. He can't give him 7 inches. He's got to go to 4. I don't know what the reach advantage is, but if that's what it is, and Daniel Cormier needs to tighten that up because he's got to keep his distance. And I think it would be really funny if John Jones goes for takedowns and can't get his takedowns, because that's how the whole thing started. It started with John Jones saying, "Oh, you're a wrestler, huh? But I could take you down." But yeah, it's an interesting fight. I don't know as much as I want him to win. I just don't know that Cormier's got it just yet. That's huge.
Here's my problem. Tomorrow, the game is at 4:30, which means the games will be over about 8:30, which means by the time I get to my buddy's house and get back to this area, it's going to be 11:30 or 12. Should I just go by your house and watch the fight, or should I come home and try to get it up?
Yeah, you can come to my house. I don't care. I'll be ordering the pay-per-view. What?
I'll watch it. I don't know which part that was for. I know which part it's for, but I'm not sure if it's for the first part. You're going to get the pay-per-view, right?
Yeah.
And I'm coming to your house?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be there at 11:15 then.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, what were we laughing so hard about the other night on PlayStation?
It might be time for that third pill of the day that I'm supposed to take. These fucking cough benzonanitate thingies. I didn't take my third one yet. What was I laughing on the PlayStation? Oh my gosh, by the way. Kitty was like, get on Call of Duty. She was telling me last night, get on Call of Duty. I was like, no. Why? I said, because I'm fucking tired of that. I don't like the game anyway. I want to play Battlefield and I want to play Grand Theft Auto. Tell your husband to get his PlayStation shit together.
But they did get the projector screen put up.
Yeah, well, they just moved in. It's been a big month for them. Baby.
Yeah.
Well, that was earlier. That was longer than a month ago. But big handful of months with the baby, the house. Now they're married. How funny was that text, by the way, too? That I remember when. So, Random. You've heard us talk about Random, and I've known Random for 7 years now, and you've known him for probably 5 or 6. Yeah.
I thought it was like a year.
No, dude, I've been playing with Random since 08. 2008, I've known him. Same with Bong. So, and Random's young, so I think I was playing with him when he was only like 17. So I've kind of watched him grow up. Well, one night when we were playing, and you were on at this point, I'm sure.
I was. I remember this very well.
Random could be dirty to the point where I used to tell I would tell Chineses to mute him. Like when Chineses was younger, I would just mute Random and you can play. So one night we're sitting around and we're playing, and I think it was out of nowhere, wasn't it? Like just out of nowhere, you can hear his girl Kitty. We'll call her Kitty because that's part of her PlayStation name. You hear Kitty in the background saying something, and you just hear Random go, "If you go take a shower right now, I'll bend you over this chair and fuck you right here." It was just like it was sincere. It wasn't like it was a joke. That was a sincere comment. 1,000%. He was just gonna fucking just bang her, play PlayStation, but she had to take a shower first. That was the rule. So yeah, he's come a long way. He hasn't really said anything like that in a long time. I think he's been tamed a little bit. But yeah, he's married. She's now half Indian. I've decided. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Squaw.
Well,
She's just squaw.
Well, because they have special powers. So I told, and his mom heard me when I said this too, because I was on speakerphone. I didn't know it. She's like, "What do you mean? Like, congratulations, and I'm half Indian." I was like, "Well, I didn't tell her congratulations. I told her best wishes." But I was like, "Yeah, you're half Indian. Isn't that how it works? Like, they have magical powers, so when you marry an Indian, you automatically become half Indian. So you're like half Chippewa, right?" And his mom said something. I was like, "Who's that?" He's like, "Oh, that's my mom." I was like, "Oh, hi." Whoops. So he's half Chippewa and half something. I can't think of the other thing, but he's half Chippewa and half something. But yeah, I'm done. Do you have anything to say?
No, I've got to go to the bathroom again.
Well, I'm sorry I fucked up Sam Alvey. I'm really kind of bummed about that. I'm gonna try to get him for next week because I was really excited about that one.
I know. You can even do some homework now.
Well, I'll have a look. I knew some shit about him. That's why I was also curious just to see what kind of shit I could come up with off the top of my head. Because I know he's coming from the MFC champion. He was on tough. What was it, 15 or 16?
Well, it's Carwin. That's all I remember.
Yeah, he was on Carwin's team, and I remember he lost in like the first or second round. I remember that because we were all like sad. That's the one we wanted him to win it all. When I was watching with the kids, that was our favorite fighter. We wanted him to win everything. So yeah, I'm really kind of. I hope I didn't fuck it up. Maybe I can get him next week. I don't know. Who is that? Is that Kanye West?
No, just read it.
You've been waiting for a something, then realize you ain't text back. Hold on, I gotta move my little window. When you've been waiting for a reply and then realize you ain't text. Oh yeah, that's me. And I really, if I had looked at my phone, because I didn't want to be like a dick, because I saw it was like 10:05 and nothing, and I was like, well, I know he got it, so I don't want to look at my phone and be like, oh, I'm a douchebag. Like, I should have just looked at the phone. Fuck. Damn it, son of a bitch. I'm really bummed about that. Damn it.
I was looking forward to it.
I'm going to try to get him on next week. I'll try to fix it and make it all right and get him on next week. Because I wanted to ask him... Oh, you know what? One thing I wanted to ask him?
How hot his wife is?
What makes you frown? Like, even the girl was like, I was like, you got any questions for him? Because she was like, that's really cool. She was even excited. She's like, yeah, ask him when the last time he frowned was. I said, okay, I'll ask him that. So I had like questions for him and shit, and like, you know, those are sincere questions because that's coming from like a fan. She knows who he is. So yeah, fuck. I don't know. We'll try to. I'll try to fix it and make it right. I guess. I fucked up. Sucks. All right, it's almost 11. I gotta fucking go to bed because I gotta spend all day at a fucking wrestling tournament. But you have fun at your game tomorrow, and don't put any curses on those people, those fine young men on the football field.
I will try my best, sir. Pray for me.
Right. Everyone enjoy the shit out of the fights, and we'll be back. Are there fights next week? Let me see. Are we back into a regular period here? Oh, McGregor and Seaver, is that next week? Oh, 2 weeks. McGregor and Seaver is in 2 weeks. That'll be an interesting one. There's a lot of people on that one. Uriah Hall, Ben Henderson and Eddie Alvarez. Oh, that's interesting.
That's a good fight.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go watch Embedded now.
Yeah, go watch the first, at least, well, you got to at least watch 2 and 3. But you should watch them all. They're all good.
It says Embedded 178, 179.
No, just go to UFC's YouTube channel, and you can. Embedded 4 is probably right up towards the front because they just released it like early this morning. But you want if you want to search it, look up UFC 180 or look up 182 Embedded. You should find it.
There they are. There's 4 of them.
Yeah, there should be a 5th one tomorrow. So
cool.
All right, let's. Oh, hold on, I gotta do the show ending thing. Shit. We have to end it the right way because we're professionals, and that's what professionals do. It's what I do.
What I do.
Here it is.
You say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
German? Forget it, he's rolling.
It ain't over now. Because when the going gets tough, the tough
we're
get
supposed
going.
to talk now. Fuck, I fucked it up again.
Let's go, come on.
Son of a bitch.
I wanna get
Can't believe you.
Alright, we're rolling out. Close out with some old Total Devastation Smoke song. Everyone have a lovely week. Enjoy the shit out of the fights. And we'll be back next week. Hopefully with Sam Alvey. I'm going to try to fix it. Sorry. I'm more pissed off than anyone else probably is because I was going to look really cool to like people. And now I'm not. I look like a dick because I fucked it all up.
But no.
Alright, let's see here. So, we're out. We'll see you next week. Have a good one, people. Happy 2015.
Later.